Hey guys, environmental problems require change. Change in how we operate as a society. And for that, we need governments to choose to prioritize those changes. Decisions are being made that impact people under the age of 18 who can't vote. The truth is, politics is boring. And a lot of it is overly complicated. An Australian poll suggested that only 15% of people were following events in Canberra closely. And another survey said that more than half of Australians couldn't name a political achievement or even a politician that had a positive impact in 2020. How do we get our needs to be important to those who are in power? Let's speak to Sophia, aka Plastic Free Sophia, who at the age of 14 was instrumental in banning lightweight plastic bags, collecting over 12,000 signatures and presenting the petition to the New South Wales Premier. This, among other pressures, led to the successful implementation of the New South Wales Plastics Action Plan in 2021. And by 2023, all states and territories banned lightweight plastic bags. Now she enacts change through her grassroots activism. Hi, Sophia. Everything that you've done is so inspiring.
Hey, Matt. Thanks for having me on here.
I even get nervous thinking about how I would go about starting something like that. So can anyone just start a petition? Is there a process involved?
Yes. Anybody can create and sign a petition as long as they're a resident or a citizen of Australia. If you want to start a petition, it's really simple. You just go to your Parliament website for the state that you're living in, and there are key instructions. They have it step by step on how to create one. 6,000 of my 12,000 signatures were from school students. The rest were from the public, like going to movie screenings, going to local farmers markets, going to shops. And all of this led to my petition being tabled in New South Wales Parliament for a discussion.
That's incredible. For someone who might not know, what exactly does tabled mean?
So tabled means when a petition is presented to the Parliament. So your local member speaks about the petition and they go back and forth discussing it, and hopefully it would lead to policy change, or a bill at least.
Petitions around the world have made huge changes. 14-year-old Angelina Popovsky started a petition asking Aldi Australia to stop selling eggs from caged chickens. After more than 97,000 people signed it, Aldi committed to pulling caged eggs from their shelves across the country by 2025. Did you know much about policy change when you got started?
No. And to be honest, I'm studying social political science and I still don't really understand the political landscape that much. But you have to start somewhere and you learn things along the way. I started when I was 14 years old. And at the time, I was just your average student. I played sport, I got okay marks. But then my school presented me with an opportunity. It was a personal project. And this allowed me to have free reign on whatever I wanted to do. I just had a passion and I wanted to see single-use plastic bags being banned. And through the petition, I used my voice to raise my concerns about the future generation and plastic pollution. And look at where we are.
Right now, you might be at an age where you can't vote or you're not represented in government. But here's the good news. Young people between the ages of 15 and 25 constitute a fifth of the world's population. So our time is coming. And the government knows this. Is it important to know about politics, do you think?
Honestly, it can be really difficult to find top-level, simple information. However, it's important that everybody stays well-informed with politics because it's what makes the laws that govern our society. For me, the simplest thing is just being an active member of your community. Joining in political discussion is important with your peers, teachers, and family members. Also, attending events. And you can see what's happening around you by following your local MP as well on social media.
So a bunch of our viewers are, under the age of 18. They're not able to vote. So if you can't vote, what can you do to still, be involved in the fight?
It doesn't matter how old you are. I started my petition when I was 14. But at the age of 14, you still have the most powerful tool which everybody has, and that's your voice. Go talk to your local MPs. They want to have those conversations. You are their future voters. They care about what you think.
When it comes to, inspiring people, driving them up and getting ready to fight that good fight, what would you say to the audience that we have? Is there anything you'd say to encourage people or, get them involved?
The thing I'd say to encourage people to get involved, as a team of youth, we represent 100% of the future, and as game changers, to use our voice to stand up for what we think is right. And that, for me, is political action. And together we hold the power to rewrite the future for the better.
Well, thank you again so much for taking the time to talk to us. It's been a very inspiring talk, to be honest. I hope that everyone out there is inspired as well.
Thanks, Matt, for having me. It was a pleasure. See you guys.
Okay, so what are we doing? Is there an environmental problem in your community or school? If so, talk to your friends. Maybe you could start a petition. If a petition's not your thing, then maybe ask to turn your next school project into an enviro one. It could be about waste, clean water, creating green spaces, or even recycling old school uniforms. You can tag us at Stop 2030 or use the hashtag PowerUp.